I sincerely cannot wrap my head around maple MAGA. Listen, I like/love America as much as the next guy, and I like/love my southern neighbors, well, most of them anyway. But let's be really clear about something. I have absolutely no interest in joining forces to become American, and that's not because I think deep-fried racism and misogyny decided the last election, that they're just not progressive enough and that their patriot culture is out of control. In fact, when I was a kid who traveled there a lot, I was often enamored by the place, by the people. All the stars and stripes everywhere. At the time, that sort of patriotism for country was something I actually envied, as it wasn't so apparent in my home country of Canada, or at least that's what I thought as an observant yet naive young girl. But over the decades, I've come to realize that we Canadians just have a more subtle way of expressing our patriotism, but that our subtle patriotism is one of our best virtues and qualities. Whether it's hanging a flag, waving a flag, honking and waving at the guy with the F. Trudeau bumper sticker, thanking our bus and cab drivers, insisting others go first, or apologizing for being in another's way, buying the guy behind us a coffee, or better yet, a 10-pack of Timbit, bonding and fighting over the Leafs, Oilers, and Habs, wearing our poppies and devoting a portion of our busiest highway to our fallen heroes, the sentiment is there. That is our patriotism. It is something we do, and it is something we share. We take pride in our patriotism, and our patriotism is courteousness. It is the unspoken rules of courtesy and nobility. We are so much more than mooses, gooses, maples, and syrup, but even if that were all, that would be enough. Does anyone remember the Molson commercials from years back? The theatrical and comedic montages of all the things that made us great? And do you remember how we felt whenever we saw those commercials? It was like an insider's club, and to run around yelling, "I am Canadian," signified you're badass. Absent the commercials, though, was that we've also a beautiful landscape, the most beautifulest ever, and the most magnificent night sky you will ever see. We've got hockey and beer, Timmy's and Caesars, beavers, beaver tails, and polar bears. We've got prairies and mountains, whales, lobsters, the best scallops in the world, poutine, Nanaimo bars, and ketchup chips. Plus, a smorgasbord of natural resources like oil, iron, cobalt, diamonds, and much, much, much more. And East Coast, West Coast, and North Coast. Boom! We even have the better Niagara Falls. We're hardworking, peaceful, and orderly people. We're brave, we're courageous, and we're dutiful. We're clean and considerate, so much so that we're recognizable even in foreign countries. To America, I love you guys. No hard feelings, okay? I talk to you on a regular basis, and I have since way back in the good old days of Yahoo Chat and AOL. Many of you, especially those I talk to, are sincerely great people. My bucket list still includes road trips through the Southwest, canoe trips in Idaho, and a scenic drive through the Eastern Forest. Maybe Disney World sometime with the kids. I will continue to converse with y'all until someone literally cuts the internet, and I will always envy your constitution. But that's about where it stops for me, because I have absolutely no interest in being American. In fact, I could never be American. I finish my sentences with A. I say about, not about. I spell color, honor, and favorite with a U. I can proudly sew my country's flag on my backpack. I believe that a toque is a hat, that Canuck is a term of endearment, and that a Chesterfield is a couch. I still quote Trailer Park Boys. I drink my milk from a bag. I have a stack of CT money. I yell car when playing street hockey, and I love the Tragically Hip. I know that Canada is the second largest country in the world, that it's not an igloo, but does share a border with Alaska, that it was the first nation of hockey and is the greatest white north there ever was. I am Canadian, but more than that, I am proud to be Canadian. Canada and all of its mooses and maples is in my DNA. It's in my heart and blood. It's my childhood, my family, my memories. It's my kids. It's in my husband and his family. It's our memories. It's part of our marriage and is literally in our home and on my keychain. That flag is my flag. That leaf is my leaf. And while I may not love everything about my country, I sure as heck recognize the strengths and qualities we do have, and will forever and always call Canada my home, proudly. But that flag is your flag too, by the way, and that leaf is your leaf as well. So get up and take it back. Pick up your bootstraps and help make Canada great again. Be the change you hope for, but please, for the love of God, cut it with the maple MAGA. How about we just McSafa, make Canada strong and free again? I mean, we're already one step closer, eh?